What's up? How's it going? I figure I would do a little video. You know, a couple days ago, I did a video about the 51st state. After I heard about it, like I said, I've been, excuse me, watching a lot of Canadian content. Just regular Joe Schmoes, just like me, some random motherfucker talking on the internet. And I'm like, man, what's this about? Oil, uh, gas? No. It's been like, everybody says that, which I would say it is to some extent, yeah. And I think this is going to be the biggest land grab in history. I'm going to tell you why I think that way. I've been on this earth for 41 fucking years. And I kind of like understand how like the American media works and shit like that, because, they were just like, Canada, Donald Trump, 51st state, they just drop little Easter eggs all over the place, and they'll attack that motherfucker on everything. That motherfucker just, I don't know, if he blinks too many times, he'll say, I can say so, just keep the fucking American public just, oh my God, that motherfucker, That's how they do it. But then the 51st state shit, they don't touch that much, okay? All right. So, the world is a stage. All right. For some reason, the Toronto Blue Jays are in the World Series. Yeah, great baseball players. All sports are rigged, by the way. And Doug Ford, the premier of Ontario, supposedly paid $75 million for an ad, with Ronald Reagan fucking talking. They like doctored it up, fucking talking shit about terrorists and how he's against it and shit. Okay, so it's all just this big fucking shit show, okay? Now, all right, so, like, this was done, 30, 40 fucking years ago. Like, America was like, because, like, back then, Detroit was, like, booming. That was the fucking place to be, baby. And then it just went to shit, for multiple reasons. But, everybody knows about NAFTA, the North Atlantic Free Trade Act, other shit. And then just, like, Detroit, the Motor City, baby. You just look right across the water. And Ontario just blows up. Got all the fucking car manufacturing. Okay. That's just one reason. Okay. So don't come in my fucking comment. Well, this happened. It's multiple reasons. So, this is where the land grab comes in. So, the Americans, like, staged this shit, set the trap, I should say, like 30 or 40 years ago. And they're like, fuck it, man, we'll heal from that shit. We'll just let them fucking build up. Let them rely on us. Let them fucking build them fucking cars. Let them fucking do all that shit. Steal aluminum manufacturing and all that shit and bring it in here. We're going to suffer for fucking half a century. Let them just keep on doing it. Let them rely, like, you know, like, it's kind of like a situation of like your buddy fucking your girl behind your back. You know what I'm saying? That's what fucking Americans are doing. They're just like, we got you, motherfucker. Just keep at it, baby. And so they're like, oh, well, we don't really need a military. You know, we got the Americans here, blah, 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 you know, and then they just fucking just thinking that they was just going to be this fucking, like, just attached to the U.S. and they integrated the whole, like, economy with ours. And then they selected a president. This is where the trap gets activated. Boom! Tariffs. Right across the fucking board. Everybody's getting deals. Everybody just fucking, you know, all around the world. Everybody's invested in the U.S. But the neighbor, our best buddy, ain't got shit. Ain't gonna have shit. And like they played the ad during the World Series about Ronald Reagan, you know, talk about the terrorist shit. And then you got Donald Trump. That ad was fucking fake. And then bam! Here's a 10% tariff on top of that shit for fucking doing that stupid ass shit. It's not Donald Trump, it's the Americans that set the trap and is doing this stuff. People, this shit was done like fucking 30 fucking 40 fucking years ago. And then they just keep yanking fucking jobs, yanking them. And these are fucking high paying fucking union jobs, y'all. That's how they did it. And people are like, well, Donald Trump, Mark Carney, you know, they're thinking like right now. The trap was set a long time ago. People are too stupid to fucking realize that. You know, it took me a while, man. You know, like I said, my gears were turning. I'm like, how in the hell they did this shit? You know, and then they're just like, because how they did it too. We all have the same shit pretty much, you know? But it's like the U.S. knew something. Like, we might need these critical minerals like 30 years, 40 years down the road because they seen how the world is going to go. And they're like, fuck it, we'll take this fucking hit on the fucking chin for a while. And then we're going to fucking take the land. We're just going to fucking just tariff them. Just bleed them out. You sit next to the fucking biggest Walmart on fucking earth. The biggest fucking consumer. You can't ship it anywhere. Where's it gonna go? And you can't, you're on all that fucking oil. You can't build a pipeline that fast. You know, there is pipelines, but you can't just build them like over fucking night. That's how they fucking did it. That is how in the fuck they did it. You know, it took me a couple months. I'm like, you know, when I started thinking, I was like, this shit was done years ago. You could see it on like the people's faces. They're like, in Canada, they're like, oh shit. What the fuck are we going to do? The deal is the merger. That's the deal. And like, they're not going to come out and fucking tell the fucking public. Fucking, well, we could have done this, we could have done that, but the deal is become American. That's how they fucking did it. And that's the way it's going to be. Fucking crazy. That's just how Americans roll. And then don't come on here, well, you motherfucker, I live in other countries, dude. I was hated because of shit like my fucking country does. Mm-hmm. But I'll tell you what, I couldn't wait to come back to this motherfucker. I love this place.